Hello, my beautiful friends. Happy August the 1st, 2018. Just got done going to a couple of stores and put some stuff away right quick and take you in the room. What's going on, people? Well, I worked 2 12s, and here's what I like about it. I was exhausted the first day, but after working the two together, I felt kind of okay. Very tired this morning, but I feel okay. I feel I can handle this. Um, you work 2 12s, then you get two off. Then you work 3 12s, then you get two off. I kind of like that. So really, with the 2 12s, it's like, hi, Leanne's Life and Nyla. How y'all doing? And I got a little bit from Goodwill, so why don't oh, wait a minute. Got my little sodies. Gotta put one or two in the freezer. It is, I would say, about in the 90s. About in the 90s. Got my little shorties. Y'all know I like the little shorties. Just don't want to forget them and have them explode. Here it's 4:09 p.m. Feeling pretty rested. Oh, how I wish I could just jam all of you into my itty bitty little car and take you with me. I was about to go home. I go, wait a minute, we got to hit Goodwill. Haven't been there in a while. I'm going to talk to the Goodwill people and the Walmart people because I like to film in there. And like one person was telling me the other day, they like how I put the outfits together, that kind of thing. Look, I look like I got two dog ears. At least it's combed into shape. Wayne Whiteside, Stephanie M, Alicia Hayes. Hey, thank you. I'm trying my best, Miss Alicia. Let me see. Miss Nyla, I'm trying my best to be strong. 709 in Jersey. Wow. Oh, I miss the East Coast. I miss the normalcy of the East Coast. Oh, my bed's messy. Oh, well. That's okay. Let me show you my little itty bitty Goodwill stuff. I think I spent 20 something bucks there. Gotta plug you in the wall, make sure I have power. Gotta go around here and plug you in. Oh yeah. Hold on a second. I'll show you something. Let me go get something right quick. Sorry, I'm away from the camera. I'll be right there. Hold on. I'm coming. I have to make sure to. I wanted to tell you that. So I finally tried it. Latricia Douglas. Look. Tongue-tied. Latricia Douglas Brown says it's 7-Eleven in Ohio. Hi, East Coast. I miss the East Coast. Do I have the right one? Oh yeah. Here's my it's embarrassing. Here's my bumper crop tomatoes. I thought they were gonna be big. Look at these little things. Hey, a mater is a mater, right? Look how tiny that little thing is. It all adds up. I can still slice them and layer them onto a couple of pieces of bread and still have my tomato sandwiches. The two pepper plants, I got like three peppers, 3 banana peppers. The other produced no peppers whatsoever. So let's get into the, where's my glasses? Oh, hold on, put that down there. Oh, Miss Fancy. Oh, she does not like it when I go out. We spent a whopping $20.96 at my local Goodwill. Now, What I don't like about this this Walmart, this Goodwill, I must get my thoughts straight. Hi, Phyllis. Hi, Phyllis Brown, Joyful Gigi. Hi. They're kind of pricey. I could go into the one in Carolina and get a blouse for 99 cents or $1.99. Not so here. They act like they're Walmart or something. I am 5'10" and it's very a little bit challenging. Just want to show you it is Goodwill. It's very challenging to find jeans that are long enough. Hold on, let me close my closet door so I look like my room is organized. So let's turn this around. And I put these dog ears behind my ears. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I thought I was looking cute. I was looking like I needed a dog collar, actually. So anyway, just your standard jean. And these are the Lucky brand. Remember the term dungaree, my friends? Remember? My mother used to call them dungarees. Now these were, as you can see, there's a tag right just to show you, $4.99. And I am 5'10". I'm probably 5'9.5" now. And it's hard to find jeans that are long enough for grandma. And I like the bell bottom or the boot cut. I do the skinny jean thing. If you're trying to take my size 11s, these big bolts right here, and you're trying to stick them through a skinny jean, it's a bit of a challenge. You're gonna have to oil my ankles to slide my foot through the bottom of that pant. I mean, I do have a few. I like to wear them with something long and covering just to get the color of the pant, you know. Anyways, let me stop being so long-winded. I thought this was kind of cute. You see, we got that baby right there. And we got, cover up, you're a certain set age, and cover up the bingo, bingo, A3, bingo, bingo. And so anyways, I found this kind of it's a red, as you can see, the pattern is red and black covering. It's got the little, you know what? Why don't I just put this over this tank top so you can see it for yourself. Just do that right quick. Hold on. Oh, I always do that. You ever have the extra hole and slide your arm through the wrong opening? So anyways, back you up a little bit. Oh, goodness sakes. Oh, don't want to lose you. This is what this looks like. It's got kind of an angle to it. And you go like this. It's got the little button right there. And I just thought it was kind of nice, conservative, but still kind of stylish. We'll turn around hold on, close the door. So I thought that was kind of cute, Okay, what else do we have here? Let's slide these off. Oh, Miss Fancy, Mommy missed you. Yeah, it's so hot. And I got this blouse. I wish you could see more of the detail on it. Oh, I didn't show you the price of that. I'm sorry. The price of that kind of covering or whatever was $3.99. We have a black and blouse, a black and white pattern with flowers blouse. I like the little folded sleeve like that. Here's your black button right there. This was also $3.99, and I got 50 cents off, 50%. If I could talk today, I got it was the blue color tag was 50% off, so that was $1.50. Let me make sure I keep up. Newsy 62. How you doing, Miss Newsy? So why don't I just Try this on for you right quick. I'm glad I wore this thing today. It kind of helps. But yeah, we got some issues here. I've had this thing right here since I was probably, I don't know, 15 years old. So let's just button this up for you. And there you have your standard blouse. I like blouses like this with the darting. You can't tell because of the pattern with the seam that just goes all along here. I find a more structured blouse. I just like a structured fitting type of blouse, you know, and I confess, I am addicted to black and white. I do like the standard black and white. But you could wear this with something like this, with a pair of jeans, with any kind of skirt, you know. It's loose fitting, conservative, you know. You don't have everything flying out. Yeah, you know, these young, I don't mean to be judgmental. Who am I? But these youngins have to learn something, these young girls. You don't have to advertise everything. Let him get to know you as a human being. Let the man get to fall in love with your mind and your personality. You got to kind of like each other, you know. You know, you don't have to advertise everything. You can show the shape of your body without having everything flying out. Y'all, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. But I digress. I I saw this. I don't know. I just kind of like the pattern of it. Kind of reminds me of piano keys, but I like this so that you can wear a regular bra with it. Y'all know this is the latest thing over the past maybe 2 years now, where you have a little peekaboo shoulder, and I think that's kind of neat. You can look really cute, you know. You can still be covered, but look, you know, look cute. You know, everybody doesn't want to walk around, you know, oh, I don't know, with like a looking like they're wearing a potato sack, you know. I mean, I think you can still look cute and be conservative at the same time. That's what I think. And if you're an older lady like me and you've got, you know, this loose here and your arms are loose and stuff like that, there's just all kinds of ways you can do things. But see, there's the strap to the whatchamacallem, but you can cover that. Hold on. And then this here is forgiving where it covers that portion, you know? So it's not bad. They're like piano keys. Piano keys. I am going to talk correctly eventually. And I wear a size 11 shoe. And you can imagine the nightmare. Usually in Goodwill, you'll see a lot of 6s, a lot of 7s, and 8s. And in the larger sizes, you usually see size 9, no matter what, you know. And after a while, I can look at a shoe because my feet are so big and know I can fit that shoe. I'm going to try it both on. Because, you know, usually one foot is bigger than the other. And sometimes on your feet, if you look down at your toes, sometimes your toes stick out, like the second toe will stick out beyond your big toe. So you really have to try on both shoes. Stand up and walk around, especially if it's a heel. Make sure you don't feel like you're gonna, like, you know, like you're falling off a cliff, you know. I tried on some strappies. They were gorgeous, but the heel was about that big. Hi, Grandma Cheep Cheep. How you doing, sis? Oh my goodness, it's wonderful to see you. You're a busy lady. So, going on and on. Why am I talking about that? Because for $4.99, yes, I'll show you the price. Let you see for yourselves. $4.99, we got this little sandal. And you know, of course, I know you've seen these before, but just your standard sandal, and it's got the zip in the back. And I thought these were so cute. You could wear these with anything. You could wear these with a skirt. You can wear these with a pair of jeans. I mean, look how big they are for my big foot. And I can get these at Walmart probably for $3 or $4 more. Usually you're going around $9.99, something like that. And this is the summer season, maybe $12.99. It depends. Now, Wally World's starting to have a few sales. You know they're thinking about fall already. You know that we just got ourselves into what, August? You know, but I thought these were so cute. And there's a little side, the sides of them, to give you the full view. But yeah, I thought we come out pretty good, kids. And I would have loved to have done a little bit more, but I've got some things, some bills I have to take care of, or else I would have lost my mind in that store. Because I had to get rid of a lot of my clothes. Didn't want to get rid of a lot of my clothes. But let's face it, if we haven't worn something in it, I don't know, a couple of years, a year and a half, we're not going to wear it, at least for me. So it's just stuff. You get stuff, you get stuff, you know. But yeah, that was my little shopping trip. And of course, I had to come in here and show you. And let's turn you around and pour a glass of water. Oh, goodness gracious. I wish I could hear you talk. Adrienne, Dollar Princess, Zibby D. Hi. We have 23 people watching and 5 thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Oh, yeah. I went out there and I saw the tomatoes. I mean, I had gotten a few the other day, but I keep forgetting to show you. I haven't abandoned them. I water them every day. And I tried something. It said, I go online to find out how to have healthy tomatoes, and it talked about Epsom salt. That if you put a tablespoon of Epsom salt in a gallon of water and water it like that every 2 weeks, it helps if the plants aren't that healthy. I don't think my plants are really that healthy. And I put the plants in the soil that was there. It helps to bring nutrients to the soil. Next year I'm just going to start over and empty at least the top portion of that and put new fresh soil in and do it correctly. I just kind of winging it, because I'm just busy. I'm just playing catch up with bills, to be honest with you. No charity sob story here. It's just the truth. So you just do what you do. Hey, at least the box was back there and it was filled with soil. So anyway, like I said, for the first time, I did that at Walmart for 37 cents. It's just basically filtered water. And every town I've ever gone to, the water smells kind of funny. It can smell like bleach. It can smell like dirt. Sometimes it can smell like sulfur, it doesn't smell right. And yeah, I can cook with it because you're boiling it, like that. Or if you're making coffee. But I filled up for the first time. I cannot believe that I walked by that thing and I just would look at it. Gee, I ought to do that sometime. I ought to just bring in some empty containers. And I would never do it. I don't know why I'm like that. Where there's an easy solution. I just tell you the truth about myself. Sometimes, and I tell my son that I don't have common sense sometimes. I know that sounds kind of whatever, but it's true. I will be so worried about what is going on in my life or trying to take care of some responsibility. And there'll be an easy way to do something to be right here, right in front of my face. And I'll just sort of walk by it like, I don't know. I'll tell you what, if you start letting your life situation get in the way, easy solutions and things that will do you good will be right here and you just walk right by. You can go to the Dollar Tree for 99 cents and basically get the same thing. But hey, if you have your own plastic containers, you can get 3 times as much, A few pennies more, 37 cents, at least here in Oregon, it's 37 cents. And tastes good. There's no, yeah, just fine. And there was a lady ahead of me. The water cooler containers, the real big ones. I think she had three. She had three of them. There was two spigots set up, and she was filling two at the same time, and then she had another one in her cart, you know. But yeah. Yes, Mr. Wayne, I did enjoy your music. I am sub to a lot of different people, and there's a few musicians that I listen to, and I did enjoy that. I did. Or else I wouldn't have said, I would have just said, have a wonderful day. I wouldn't have said, hey, this was great, or whatever comment I have left. I have, yeah, had left. Oh, thank you. What am I wearing? Oh yeah, my tried and true. Hold on. Adrian, Audrey. Hi, Audrey. But yeah, I just wanted to come in for a little bit and say, hey, how you doing? And um, so like I said, I work. The schedule is you work two 12-hour shifts, and then you get 2 days off. Then you work three, and you get two off. It's tough, After the first one, you're fine. What you got to do is have yourself very well organized. Make sure your alarms are set. Make sure, at least for me, that all your clothes, your keys, your purse, all your stuff is lined up. Just it's a matter of organizing yourself. And once you do that, you take your shower before you lay down when you get in, right? Have all your stuff lined up, even have the coffee maker all set and everything. So when you do wake up, give yourself, a half hour to get ready and a few minutes to get to where you need to go, you know? So I'm just feeling real good about that. I'm feeling real good about it. And it's kind of interesting is you get 8 hours overtime because it overlaps. So that's good, you know. You know, sometimes you're seeing a situation, you kind of look at it, and you don't know until you try. You know, I have to say that the gentleman I keep talking about that's 80, he's still on the 8 hours. But can you blame him? He's 80. He's 80, and we've been working together. That's a hardworking man. There's no excuse for me to wah about anything when I have an 80-year-old keeping up right with me, keeping up with people in their 20s. I I love light. Lead me to peace, Jeannie. Hi. After harvesting all of the tomatoes, I chop up and compost the plants. Thank you for telling me that. I wondered kind of what to do with them. Right into the box. Okay, I will do that. Once the fall comes in and we're done with the planting, with the harvesting, if you will, I will do that. And I want to get just some soil for the top. You know what I mean? I think she needs fresh soil. Maybe I can do just get a couple of bags to kind of blend in to make it be a little richer and a little healthier. I want to tell you something. I want to talk about something else. Okay. Now, I told you that um they call these houses here, they call them duplexes because it's one long rectangular shaped unit, but they're connected. And I told you before, when you step out my front door, and look over to your left, there's another porch. So this wall back here is where there's a connection, you see. And geez, I don't know if I want to talk about that here. I think I can. And a neighbor, this is a 55 and older community. I'm sorry to keep repeating that, but that's what this is. These little groups of houses. So what you have back here is a woman that's 78. Her daughters are her caregivers. They come to make sure she's okay, has her medications. You know, her and I sat down and talked a little bit, just her and I. But she has a son. Her son is in his 50s. Okay. And, um, you know, he said hi and I, you know, shook his hand and everything like that. And the other day I had this window open and I had the curtain pulled back. And I went into the bathroom to do something. And he came out to the back and he was almost near my window, but his back was back facing with his back to the window. I shut the window, and when I shut the window, he went over to the fence like he was looking over the fence at these houses over here. Okay. Now, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but there's something that isn't quite right with him. You see. There's something that's I just get a weird vibe. You know, when I'm talking to her, you know, he tries to chime in the conversation. If I say something that is kind of funny, he'll laugh and like over laugh or whatever. I I just get a vibe. And when my son was here, my son said, before, you know, the last day he was here, he goes, "You watch out for that guy and be careful. Something's just off, you know." So I'm careful and everything. I mean, everything's okay. And I when he goes outside, his mother will follow him sometimes. Look, you have a woman that's 78 years old. She's probably lonely, you know. She loves her son and likes to be around him, whatever. And he got really mad and started yelling or whatever. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound like Peyton Place or a soap opera. I'm just telling you. I've been wanting to tell you all this for a while. I just want to make sure that someone hears this, you know. And yeah. Oh, let's put these on. Yeah, there's something that's just, you know, there's something that's off. Yeah. And the thing of it is, I wish like when you park the vehicle, you go around just a few inches and you go to the front. So every time I come in and every time I leave, the window is right in the front, you know. And I feel like someone's watching me. Now, it could just be me being paranoid, but I rather be paranoid and listen to myself, you see. Thank you. I will do that. And I just yeah, I do. You're right, Miss Stephanie. Yeah, you know, I got mad with her, and then I think I told y'all I went over there to talk to her because the Lord told me to talk to her. I don't really talk to him. I don't want to give him any idea that I'm interested in him or anything like that. You feeling me? I don't want to, you know, because I don't know how to. Why is it I tell you 5,000 words when I really want to say something, but I don't want to sound like I'm being bad? I sound like a confessional child that has chocolate around the edge of her lip, and my mom's coming in the room and she's going, "Did you eat the chocolate?" "No," and there's chocolate all over my lip. I think now I could be wrong about all of this, but just a feeling. It's kind of like a childlike mentality, like. And what we used to say back in the day, we used to say this back in the day, he's touched. He's touched. So, and I shook his hand and said, hi. He goes, hi, like that. And I come in the door and I close the door. I says, well, I met the neighbor. And my son's just looking at me with an eyebrow raised, like The Rock, the eyebrows. He goes, he just looks at me. Sometimes I don't have to say anything to my son. He just knows. He goes, what? He goes, what? I go, touched. He goes, oh, really? I go, I think so. He goes, well, you better be careful. So everything's quiet, everything's cool. Nobody's, like, But sometimes you come into a situation and you have to pray for people. And I'm trying to figure out why, because I've never once a month they go into the state of Washington to go shopping. It's really cheaper there. And if you go into Washington, it's not that far away from here, right? I don't know, about 25 minutes. I'm kind of guessing here. I can't remember, guessing. When you go there, you don't pay sales tax here in Oregon, right? So this is kind of neat. If you want to go to Washington State, it's not the Pasco or whatever, Pasco. If you show your driver's license, you don't have to pay taxes, which is pretty cool, you know. But yeah, I've been meaning to. Did I say hi to you, Audrey Fikes? Hi, Audrey. And if I repeat saying hi to somebody, please forgive me. I just can't remember if I said hi to you. Alan MC. Does he? I don't think he works. Alan MC asks, does he work? I've been here at different times. I've seen the car gone, but it comes right back. And so I'm trying to figure this out. Is he on Social Security disability? Because you have to make, I think here, like $24,000 or less a year to qualify to live here. And I know that Mama was, I call her Mama, Miss J. I call her Mama. But Mama, she, let me see, I was going to say something. She told me she gets help with her rent because obviously she's on Social Security. So I really feel for her. There are a lot of situations with parents in their late 70s and 80s on Social Security, and they'll have a child, not a child, their son or daughter living with them in their elder years, and they get along just fine and they're happy with it, and that's fine, But I don't like when he raises his voice and he yells at her. And he was yelling and he's dropping the F-bomb, and I almost went over there, but I said, I don't want to have a freaking rifle pulled up my nose, that was very disrespectful and mean. Even if you find Mama to be kind of irritating, come on. Repetitive, how really older people are. Know how I am. You just repeat your words. Maybe it can be a little bit annoying, and maybe they can kind of get all in your business because you're living with them. It's just how it is sometimes, depending on the person's personality. I didn't care to be in my son's business. I'm not, what are you doing? Go out my room. What are you doing right now? I'm just not like that, But just because someone can be a little bit irritating, it doesn't give you the excuse to disrespect them. It doesn't give you the excuse to disrespect she's your mother. I don't care if you're 50 something and she's 78, You can calmly say, look, I'm just going to check the mail, or I'm just going outside for just a moment, Mama, okay? I just want, you don't have to follow me outside. I'm just going to go do this. And just step out and go on about your business. Be tender. Be tender. I don't care if you're older. She's your mother. I'm just reading. Hello to all 31 of you. Oh, we're breaking the record today. We got 31 here. And 17 thumbs up. Thank you so very much for the thumbs up. My AdSense is at, I think we're at $90.78. So pretty soon we can make up, but we can kind of make up for a few things when we get paid. I'll let you know when. Throw an AdSense party. It's usually I used to um get the $100 maybe twice a year. Now maybe it's once a year, if not at all into the next year, something like that. It's kind of a nice thing to get, when you least expect it. I checked it just to see. But we're getting everything caught up. And I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to say this is boring because I'm just talking about everyday ordinary life, and y'all know that's what I talk about. Oh, Wayne said he made 87 cents once. I don't know. I don't know how this goes. I don't know. Talking about the AdSense, do you make 5,000 a lot of videos, or I don't know if it goes by engagement. Sometimes it goes by the engagement, the comments, how often you upload. People saying, Miss Deb, what you need to do, just pick a day during the week and just do a video every week on that day. Da, 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 da. But I don't know. It's just stuff happens, little goofy things. I'll go to the store, like I went to the Goodwill, and I'll just want to share. It's like kind of like, you're my friends, and when I do it, I just want to, just come on in. Gina S., thank you very, very much. Thank you so very much. There's something else I wanted to tell you. I'm trying to remember. But yeah. And I just, if you can't feel comfortable at home, it's a problem. So I just prayed about it, and I kind of witnessed and talked to her a little bit about the Lord, and she knows about it. But of course, I'm not going to take my Bible and run over there. Oh, listen, you're really old. You never know when your last day's going to be. You got to get saved, Now, how does that look? That's ridiculous. I feel like there's something else I want to tell you, but I've been meaning to tell you about that for a while. I along Ms. Mama, daughter, sister. Yeah, you're right. It is. It is very hard to get paid with them. I mean, it's been we're in August, right? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. 8 months, you know. But it's okay. There's a lot of YouTubers going to Patreon. That's where you upload videos, and for as little as $1 a month, you get Patreon. Yeah, Patreon, I guess. And the person will pay $1 a month to watch your content. And then there's Twitch. There's all these other different sites. I just like YouTube. I love Light. Yes. Love Light is telling me not to. Well, y'all can see the chat, but she's saying not to get too involved with the mother. I have pulled back. I brought a few things over there that I had that were extra, and I pulled back because when I'm in conversation, he tries to find a way to talk, and I just totally ignore. I just don't want anything that's like I will kind of do this. I'm not like this, because if I don't want someone like this at me, why would I do that to somebody else? But I do, the grandchildren come over sometime, you know, and as long as I hear her, and if I pull up and I look up as I'm pulling in and she's out there alone, I just look at her. to make sure she looks okay. Okay, to make sure she doesn't have any bruises or anything like that. You feeling me? You know? I just, I hate to say that, but, I can kind of at a healthy distance, quietly observe while respecting their privacy. I just want to make sure she's okay. If I hear any boom or something like that, boom or some weird struggling stuff flying kind of thing, 911, here we go. I worry, just the, I don't know, the daughter part of me worries about the mother part of her. Hey, Marty Causey. Hey, how you doing? I think it's Tavern Burnett. She's gonna. I don't think she's here, but she says I keep missing you live. I don't know. I don't feel like dun, 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 dropping a video for 10. I'm gonna be like it's some big event, like I'm gonna go on live XYZ day. Some people do that. I just kind of make sure everything doesn't look too messy and just kind of flip it on. It's kind of funny. Some of y'all go on live. It says smile. It says smile for the picture, the thumbnail, and half the time I kind of look up. I'm like, but anyways, I digress. We'll just kind of quietly, quietly make sure she's okay. I mean, Tim, my ex, he lives with his parents. He's 55. Yes, he does. That's their house. Oh, yeah, that's their property. Got a little scare. His mother was having, this has happened a couple times before. She was having heart palpitations and they took her into the hospital, make sure she's okay. They've got her on medication and she's doing all right. He'll text me. I says, don't you dare not text me. I want to know how your parents, I love his parents. I love his father. Oh my gosh. The guy is very matter of fact. He was actually in the Navy and he was in the Army. And I don't know if he was in the Marine. He was in like 2 or 3 branches of the military. He's no one to mess with. I think he's 79. He's no one to mess with. And I went to have him put my light in, my one of my brake lights. And his dad will sometimes be sitting outside. He goes, when are you moving back in? I go, I'm not moving in. I'm not moving into the camper. I'm sorry. I miss you. Why aren't you visiting? Because we would sit and have very long conversations. And, you just tell me about when he was a young man, that kind of thing. And I find people in their 70s and 80s very interesting. And I do. And I like to hear about their lives and how when they first got their little house, there was nothing there. Now there's all these fruit trees and shrubs and all these different things, and I like to hear about that. I would sit with mom and talk to her. I like hearing about the 40s and the 30s, what have you. I know that may be kind of boring to some people, but I find that very interesting. And I miss the innocence. Everything now is just a pow out there. Everything is just a person is seeking to get attention by having a video where someone is getting the tar beat out of them, and they get their phone out instead of calling 911 to be on YouTube or World Star to Hip Hop and stuff like that. It's crazy what people would do for attention. It's crazy. Some of the y'all see some of the things when you see when you first turn on the YouTube, you see what's trending. There's some crazy stuff going on. There's people fighting at Walmart, people fighting at they had one from McDonald's where this girl, she was filling you know how you have the water cups. She tried to put soda in the water. I'm not laughing at what happened. Just laughing at she tried to put soda in the water cup, and of course the employees said you can't do that, and they just, you know, I don't know. I don't know everything is just crazy, you know? Yeah, somebody pointed that out on a couple of his videos to people. It said tell-a-vision programming. Tell a vision programming. You don't want to sit in front of that thing for too long. Too long. That's why I like YouTube, where I can kind of like a buffet, kind of pick and choose what I watch. You know. I go back to music from the 70s. Believe it or not, I was listening to one Mr. Barry White. Did any of you know who Barry White is? Mr. Love Man himself. So yeah, tell live vision. There you go, Adrienne. Yeah. And you have to monitor. My daughter-in-law monitors. She'll watch, like, if there's a movie, if there's a TV show for children, she'll be up at night watching the kids show, watch it all the way through. She says, oh, well, they're not going to watch that, click. And then she'll find, just some truly kid friendly. Yes. Hi, Yaki Snacky. I was listening. What's that song? I'm trying to get. Girl, all I know, every time you're near, I feel a change, something I to do. Oh, look what you got me doing, all I got. I can't get enough of your love, babe. That song. So I admit it, I had the thing cranked up. Yes, I did, because I hadn't heard that song in years and years and years. Remember, he had the Love Unlimited Orchestra. I think this man was like a genius, in just my opinion, with music. And the one song that's just an all instrumental, I don't know the name of it, but yeah, I'm just going back to some old R&B, just listening. And so when I found the video, I turn it on, I got tearful. Isn't it strange how a song, a scent, can just roll you back to where you were 17 years old, where you were 20, where you were 16 and 15 years old. And when I hear a song, this is going to sound really weird. I'm transported in my mind's eye, and I see my mother's living room. And I see her plaid couch with the plastic on it. We used to in the summertime, we'd have shorts on. And if you came in, you're all sweaty, you sat down, it's like, that's the sound of your, that is the sound of my size 16 thigh just coming up. You're trying to get up, So we would put towels, under our legs. You come in the door. I don't know. She used to have that plastic. She'd have the man. When you would go to the discount furniture, we could walk to it, and every few years she would get new furniture. And then the guy would come. She'd have this man come. He'd come in with a measuring tape and make her plastic slip covers. I don't know, plastic covering, slip covers, whatever you call it. Curtis, nice. Sid 223 Curtis Mayfield. Dynamic Nails by T. Marvin Gaye. Oh my gosh. I used to watch every Saturday morning. I think me and my sister Carmen, sometimes Daisy, sister Daisy would come in. The Soul Train. Remember the Soul Train line when they would dance? And they would come down. They had They'd have kind of the same group that was always on the show. The Asian lady with the long hair, the guy with the fro, they'd be dancing, all these different people. Y'all excuse us. we're going, I'm going back in the housing projects back in the day, you know. Oh, old girl by the Chai Lights. Oh girl, what am I gonna do? Well, you know what, Miss Alicia, you could always just, as you know, you already know this, you could go to different videos, you know. Some of it was good, some of it wasn't good, you know. And it's a shame that we lose them at such a young age. It's like I never like you had Jimi Hendrix back in the day, you had Janis Joplin. It's like overdose, 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 you know? And there's all these conspiracy theorists about all these different singers and oh, you know, the record company wanted their um I can't think of how you call that, their songs, you know, the masters, and it's like Tupac Shakur was shot and then his mother passed away. Oh, you know, they just want the money and stuff like that. I don't know about that, but I hear about all these different singers, you know. But who's still with us? Who do we still have? I don't know. If you want to go back, you want to go back to someone like the Elvis type generation. I mean, I listened to all kinds of music, whether it was Elvis or Barry Manilow or Neil Diamond or like you say Marvin Gaye, Barry White, the Gibbs, you know, you get me dancing, yeah, Barry Gibb. You know, I was more of I like a song. You know, you had to be really good to get me to, you know, remember vinyl? You just buy the whole album, but you could buy the singles, the 45s. They had the little hole in the center, and you had the little X-shaped thing, and you'd snap that in the middle, and then you could put it. Here's the little thing for the album, but you could put that little snap thing in the middle of a 45, and you could put the 45 up on that thing and put the arm, and then you turn it on and one record would drop at a time. Remember that? Frankie Valli, I listened to him, the Bee Gees. Frankie Beverly, oh my goodness, don't get me started. And then I had a little white record player. It was actually like in like a little suitcase, if you will. You'd open it up. Everything would be inside, and the album would be bigger than the record player, you know. And then you just stack that stuff up, you know. You'd have that playing. I'd be doing my homework and stuff like that, listening to music, you know. A manual type. I was going in for secretarial in high school. I had the manual, not the electric, the manual typewriter. So, you know, all these memories. I can smell my mother's rice and beans and fried chicken cooking, you know. Oh my gosh. And I used to think the Rascals, yes. Hey, Ray Mac's Kitchen and Grill. Hi, Ray. We're just going down memory. We're just going down memory lane, brother. We were talking about Marvin Gaye, and I was telling them how I was listening to Barry White. Oh my gosh. I have not heard anybody sound like him. They've had a few imitators, you know, they've had a few imitators, but he also wrote music. He also was a conductor. I think his wife was in with the singers, the singers, the backup singers, you know, and she was beautiful. Anyways, he'd be conducting and singing. I remember he was really big, then he lost a lot of weight for health reasons or for whatever reasons that he did. The Spinners. Rubber Man Man, Rubber Band Man. And oh, the OJs. Money, 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 money. Money. Oh, we used to get down back in the day. Oh my goodness, such memories. We had WAVZ, New Haven, Connecticut. And you call and make a request. Back in the day. Oh. And now here I am. I used to think that when I was when I was 13 and 14 and 15 years old, I used to think that 50 that you had 1 foot in the grave. Here I am, 58 and 58 and 9 months. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. 58 and 10 months old. Oh, so the 25th would be 10 months. Yes, I'm counting even the months. It is so good to come in here and be able just to chit chat about this stuff. We have 21 people. I think I lost a few when I started singing. No, people have things to do. I always tell people, come in if you want to hang out for a minute or two, hang out for 15 minutes, whatever. Hey, we have lives. It's it's the work week, and even though it's 5 o'clock my time, it might be 8 or 9 o'clock your time. You have stuff to do. Really? I didn't know Barry had thousands of kids. Oh yeah. I remember he had a lot of kids, but I was really young. I kind of don't remember. You Are My Sunshine, the Commodores. Just to get close to you, girl. What was the other one? Oh my goodness. With Maurice White. Is that the Commodore? No. Was that the Commodores? Maurice White. And Philip Bailey was the high tenor on that group. Sam Cooke. Oh my gosh. I think I watched a biography on him. I love watching the biographies. Well, Adrian, in 23 days, your birthday's coming. I hope you do something special for your birthday. Oh, East Coast. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Now, there was another group that a lot of people, I can't remember. It'll come back to me. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Oh, the Reason song. The Reason. I can't sing. In September, was it September? Something like that? Yes. And the OJs and what did they have? The one song. No, it wasn't the OJs. It was the 1st of September, the day I always remember. Yes, I will. That was the day that my daddy. Dun 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 dun. That song. And what I loved about, I remember they actually performed. I don't know what show it was. They had a whole orchestra playing the violins and everything. The Temptations. Papa was a rolling stone, my son. Wherever he hit that. Misbehaving, Shayna High. But yeah, oh, the Temptations. Goodness gracious. Well, my friends, I think I'm going to go just for now. I'm trying to think of anything else I would like to talk about. Yeah. I want to Ms. Babe and all right, we'll hang out for a few more minutes. I just don't want to sit here and just be looking at the camera like but yeah, I I don't know why Barry White came to my head. So I just went in and then I found it. Today's my day off. Y'all know I don't have a life. My day off consists of getting my laundry done, making sure everything's squared around in this little place. And then maybe if I have a little bit of money, maybe checking out Goodwill. I can't do that a lot, but go to the Goodwill, you know. Thank you. Oh, you mean like this? It's because they're so magnified. When I look up this way, everything looks kind of weird. I have to get kind of close. So yeah. So I have to, I'm probably, if I feel like it, I may come on again. Okay, look, sometimes I get a little bit lonely, I get a little bit bored, and I just really enjoy doing this. And it may be an irritant to some of you, maybe not. But I just feel like talking. And I've been wanting to tell you about about that for a while. Yeah. But I just don't want to, sit here and be. Oh, we have 27 thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you so much. I think let's talk about subbies. I don't know why I didn't have the subby count up there, how many subscribers I actually have. And I think we're at 3. Yeah, let's talk about that for a minute. I think we have 3,600 subscribers, something like that. Would I like to have more subscribers? I guess. Would I like to grow the channel? I guess, but I'm just everyday ordinary. I'm trying to find a place to do my walk and talks. That's the thing. There's a couple of little parks around here, and sometimes when I do a walk and talk, I'm just talking about everyday ordinary, and then all of a sudden the thoughts will come to me on subject matter, you know? And it's only when I get into the middle of the video I feel like the words come to me to say. And sometimes I'll be talking live like this, and I'm a little bit nervous, but I have to learn to put that to the side. And then the words I feel that are going to help somebody come in. And lately, what I've been thinking about is young women. And I'm thinking about some young women being desperate not to be lonely. And so they'll tolerate a lot of bull. They'll tolerate paying for everything just to have someone, just have someone. And I don't want to see you doing that. I don't want to see you doing that. Am I some expert on anything? No, I'm not. But I've been married 4 times. 4 times. I've had enough boyfriends, whatever, in my young years. And I think a lot of the reason was I didn't want to be alone. I think in love, talking about being in love, I don't know that I know what that is. I think I've experienced being in love at the beginning of the marriage to my son's father, and maybe to Christopher. I have a picture of him. Just one second. Let's chit chat. Okay. Here's my son. He was 4 months, right? This is him when he was at 4 months. That is my son, right? And here he is. I've shown these pictures before, but some of you haven't seen. That's my ex-husband right there. And that's my son as he got starting to get a little bit older. And yes, believe it or not, that is me looking like someone slapped me in the mouth with a gallon of lipstick. Can you say 80s? Look at those padded shoulders. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that man was 6'5.5" tall. I was married to him for 11 years. I was married to Alan's father for 11 years. Do you see a pattern? And then here is my son as an adult. Right there. That's my stepson. That would be this man's son. See, we had a blended family. Yes, that's me in the middle. But that young man right there, that's my son. But yeah. So all I have, just 1 second. Yeah. Um, Misbehaving. We we keep everything that we keep our we have to be careful with our words, honey. You feeling me? But it's all good. I just something just popped up at me, like a popped up to me. So we just have to be careful. But anyway, let's get back on subject matter. Yes, love light. That was a thing. I wasn't in fear of being alone. I just, I don't know. I maybe lonely. I always had to have someone like right here with me, whether it was good or bad. And so that's yeah. Let me gather my thoughts. I'm thinking about three things at the same time, and I'm thinking about people's privacy at the same time. So I got to be kind of careful how I word things. But the marriage is in between. I think I was married to a person for like after about 6 months. I knew I made a mistake, and my son. Oh my gosh, my son is really good with computers, and so Pat was the one husband's name, right, Patrick? I think I told you all this story. And so my son did not like him at all. My son pretty much hated him. He said, "There's something wrong with him. I don't like him. I'm never gonna like him." But anyway, I mean, that's water way under the bridge. My son was like 12 or 13, whatever the age he was. My son's 32 years old now, so that was a long time ago. And you know how kids can be kind of smart alecky. So, so Pat had his computer set up. And he went and he said, "I think he's been on my computer." And so Pat was kind of an egotistical kind of person in a way. He actually had a saying that would go across his computer when he went to shut it down. It would say, shutting down Patrick's computer or something like that, or Patrick's computer is shutting down. And so So, you're, Alan's been messing with my computer. I go, "What are you talking about? Well, how do you know he's been messing with your computer?" He goes, "Look at this." And so I looked, it said, and the saying came across, shutting down Alan's computer. I don't know how he did it. My son got in there. I will never forget the look on his face as long as I said, "That's terrible." I wanted to laugh. And I looked over. I looked over. My son's timing was perfect because I look over. My son's door is cracked over in a little bit, and he's just He's smiling, and then just like a freaking movie, he slowly closes the door, like looking at me, slowly closing the door. And I kind of looked up at him, and I just turned my head not to laugh. Shutting down Alan's computer. And he must have been about 13. Oh my gosh. Later, when he went to work, Alan and I just sat there. I admitted we laughed. The guy turned out to be, I don't even want to go into what the kind of person he was, but, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. But we ended on a good note, you know. This is going to sound really stupid. I don't know how it's going to sound to you. And I was with Patrick. I actually had him, my son, and my ex-husband and their kids. We had like a Easter meal together. Yes, we did. I don't know, for some reason I seem to get along well with them after. I know it sounds kind of whatever. But yeah, we actually had a meal together. We all sat there, and you know, that was that picture there that I showed you. We were all just sitting down. We had a Thanksgiving meal, and everything was copacetic and fine. But that was many, many moons ago. Oh. You're not talking too much, Adrian. I'm just reading what Love Life said. Man and woman is meant to be alone. We need the Holy Spirit to comfort. That's exactly true. I would tend to agree with that. I don't know how to describe this. It's kind of like when I had my kids live, you know, here, my grandchildren and my daughter-in-law and my son. There's something about, for me, if I'm living with a person, where I feel a piece of me is kind of being taken out or something. I don't know quite how to describe that. Now, when I'm alone like this, I can come in the door, take off my sneakers and my work clothes, you know, and get down on my face over there and thank him for my day, and have a real strong communication process where the spirit portion is strengthened, the spirit portion is being fed. But when you're giving to others and trying to help others, you're distracted. And for me, only talking about myself, and I feel like I'm being pulled, and the strength of it is being pulled, you see. So Love Light, you make a very good point. I'm glad that you said that. And so, you know, the sun is gone now, and I'm sitting here, and I'm able to focus a little bit better on that. And I'm able to read, because I hadn't been reading like I should, because I'm so focused. I'm trying to band-aid. Oh, that happened. Here you go. Oh, that happened. Well, let me help you with this, and let me help you with that. You know what I mean? And you can't get, I'm just going to talk about me. I better say it this way. I can't get away from a father like that, because you'll go one day without reading, or if you go a day without praying, or you go a day without praising, that enemy will slip in, and pretty soon it's a week, and it's 2 weeks, and then you'll start getting into stuff you should not be getting into. Just gonna speak for myself. But anyways, I digress. I'm not trying to be preachy. I'm just saying kind of how it was. A Google user. Good night. Good nighty night. Life 2.0 Sid's remix. Yeah, give it a try. It's very simple to do. Now, if you have people that come in, let's say if you will, naughty people, and you look up and someone starts cursing and starts just trolling, you can click on someone that you trust, right click on their name, and then make them the I can't think of what you call that. You give them the ability to block that person, that kind of thing, you know. I had to have two of them because I had somebody come in and they were just constantly acting goofy, you know. Okay, everybody. I think I'm gonna go just for now. Okay. I think if I it might be kind of too late for you guys, but if I feel like it, I would like to come in tomorrow because it's my last night off. But if I feel like it, I will come back. Yeah, monitor exactly. So yeah, it's been a real pleasure. And I'm sorry I'm all over the place, but it's kind of like I've said this over and over again. If y'all were sitting in here, we were in the living room, we had coffee and cake, and we're just all talking, having dinner and whatnot, we'd probably be just like this, just talking about all different kinds of things. I know it seems kind of spastic and all over the place, but I'm just, this is just how I do my live. Sometimes I have one thing that I focus on, but lately I feel I need a little bit of mending. I feel I need emotional support, if you will, after going like this, trying to come back to myself. And believe me, many of you are helping me in that process of focusing and coming back to myself. You can kind of tell when I'm talking, I'm fumbling over my words. I need to, be calm, you know. Thank you, Adrian. I'm glad you did too. So I will come in a little bit later. Definitely, I'd like to come in tomorrow. Maybe I can do some cooking or something or whatever. It, Adrian, it's just everyday ordinary. I don't know how to do backflips. I can't sing. My cat is not trained. I just like to just talk about different subject matter. Sometimes I will read some scripture, you know, and we just talk. Like I was talking about the Barry White stuff and, well, going back into the past, talking about different things. Thank you all so very much. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. I'm very grateful to the 21 of you that are still tuned in despite my goofiness and going over here and going over there. You know, I really need each and every one of you. Thank you once again. All right, everybody. I think we'll find that even if a person is 25 and I'm 58, that within the chat, sometimes there's younger people, sometimes not, but sometimes within the chat, people like talking to one another, and I think that's pretty cool. I really do like that aspect of it, where you can make friends within the chat or follow each other on your channels. I think that's pretty cool. I really like that. Thank you so much, Jan. Thank you so very much. I feel the same way. I might, like I said, I might come in a little bit later tonight, okay? And tomorrow, all right? Love y'all. Thank you once again.